Jai Hind guys, welcome to Online Benchers by Exampur and I'm Nitin Mishra, your English educator. How are you all? Please do let me know in the chat box. As soon as you join the session, leave a comment in the comment box so that I can see that you have joined the session. And I welcome you here in this my Learn with Fun by Nitin Mishra sir. As you all know that this is a grammar session where we talk about grammar in our deductive and cognitive method, which requires intense mental ability and understanding to understand the concepts of grammar. Guys, if you are not a subscriber of this channel, kindly subscribe this channel and do press the bell icon so that every class and its notification should reach to you. And if it is about that which course are we oriented in this channel, if it comes to my sessions which are grammar and vocabulary, then guys, grammar and vocabulary as belong to 90% or 99% of all examinations. So as a thought, I would say that you can prepare for every examination in these sessions, but specifically for SSC CGL, SSC CHSL, CPO, MTS, GD, RRB, NTPC, UP3SSC and PAT. You will be having courses on these very exams that we serve, and the mode of communication, the mode of content, the mode of the lecture delivery of all these exams, including all these subjects, is in English language only. I repeat, English language only. And the purpose behind delivering the content in English medium only is that there are a few channels or a few service providers who provide their content and serve the majority of those who are non-native Hindi speakers. I mean, if they belong to other states of India where their native language is not Hindi, other than Hindi if they speak, so they can at least come and feel comfortable, because we in this entire YouTube channel, every session, courses and content delivery is in English medium only. If I start with the morning event, it starts at 7 AM till 7 PM evening. Chandan sir comes with his CA, current affair, at 7 AM. Zubair sir comes with his science at 9 AM. I, Nitin Mishra, comes in front of you with my vocab session at 10 that you have recently witnessed and attended. Then after, in this session which is 12 PM, I come up with my grammar session. Chandan sir comes again with his GK GS at 2 PM, Deependra sir with his math at 5 PM, Sonal ma'am with her reasoning at 6 PM, and Prabal sir with his GK GS at 7 PM daily, guys. So I guess it is far more than 12, I guess at least 13 hours of lecture delivery that you receive through this channel in English medium only. And here you can find a very nice way of preparation for SSC, Railway and other examination in English medium only, and I believe that you find it everything well. And this is the vocab show in English with Nitin Mishra, जो हर सुबह 10 बजे होती है. And in the same way I come up with my 12 PM grammar show that is for every examination that you are preparing for. I expect and hope that you are with me, and as you all know that we were talking about subject verb agreement, means an agreement between the subject of the verb and verb of the sentence, that is subject verb agreement. We come to know that subject is dominative, dominates the verb. If the subject is singular, verb will be singular. If subject is plural, verb will be plural. And as a idea, I told you that jaisa verb, vaisa subject, or jaisa subject, vaisa verb. In the same way, we come to know around several aspects of subject verb agreement, where I first of all told you that if your subject is indefinite numbers, verb agrees according to the indefinite number which is plural, so plural verb will be used. Likewise, indefinite numbers plus of plus countable plural noun, in such a structure verb agrees in plural form, and indefinite numbers are these. Likewise, plenty of, most of, half of, two-thirds of, a lot of, some of, a number of, many of, all of. For example, plenty of eggs, which is indefinite numbers, so verb will be plural, have been brought. Similarly, a lot of books, again indefinite numbers, so are to be purchased. This is how I told you a certain idea that if you will have indefinite numbers, what will you do basically. After that, I told you about not indefinite numbers but the quantity which is indefinite. As quantity is inseparable, you cannot separate the quantity, you cannot count the quantity, so the quantity always considered singular. And if you have indefinite quantity of anything, likewise plenty of, most of, half of, two-thirds of, a lot of, some of, all of, or anything, indefinite quantity plus of with uncountable, not plural, singular noun, I repeat, uncountable, singular noun, uncountable, singular noun, then your verb agrees in singular form, because we are talking about quantity, so our verb agrees in singular and the noun will be singular again. Why? Because it is a uncountable quantity. Like plenty of water, plenty of milk, this can be understood as the usage and example. Then I told you that when two nouns are joined by as well as, when two nouns are joined by as well as, your verb agrees according to the very first noun that you agreed and understood in this question, in this series, in this lectures. Coming further, if you move further, you will realize that the next idea that we understood is one of plus countable plural noun agrees with a singular verb always. Always with one of, we use singular verb, and then after, if our subject is a bunch of, a series of, a set of, a group of, and then we always use a singular verb, we always use a singular verb because these very subjects are singular. Okay, coming on to the next, actually I'm just trying to give you a small review that what we have studied and understood. I told you that each of plus countable plural noun, in such scenario verb agrees according to each which is singular, so singular verb will be in use. Moving forward, again indefinite quantity, as I told you how we do with this. Like plenty of sanitizers, since it is indefinite quantity, has been brought, singular verb will be used. With quantity, singular verb, with number, plural verb. Coming next, guys, this is very important. This is very important. Let me see who has joined the session. We have Amit Kumar Das. No issues, Amit Kumar Das. But if it is about your free time, you can watch the video later on. I do not oblige anyone because I want my student to be independent. If they are designing their schedules by their own, it is absolutely appreciable. I'm not such a person who will argue and will say anything. I appreciate that you are designing your day, how you want to spend it, which subject, at when you want to receive. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, but as a responsibility, do not forget or be what should I say, don't be like careless. Do attend all these videos whenever you want. It is up to you. I won't say that watch it live. You can watch it anywhere, but continuity is very important. So guys, coming on to this, what I'm trying to say is that here I have presented many things in a very simple form. The first is, if your subject is no, suppose in the sentence you are making no as subject with uncountable noun, Likewise, no milk, no water, no sanitizer, no tea, no Horlicks, no coffee, anything. If you have no with uncountable noun, always a singular verb will agree in this situation. That is the very first idea. When no is used with countable singular noun, again then verb will be singular. That gives the idea that use of word no can be done with both the nouns, whether they are countable or they are uncountable. In every case, use of verb will be in singular form. Similarly, 1/3 of, 3/4 of, the rest of, a quarter of, part of, the percent of, 10% of, 20% of. Don't you think this is indefinite quantity? And uncountable noun has come. 1/3 of, 3/4 of, the rest of is nothing, is just uncountable, quantity or indefinite quantity. Likewise, plenty of, most of, half of, 2/3 of, a lot of, some of. In the same way, 1/3 of, 3/4 of, the rest of with uncountable nouns, as I suggested here, will always receive a singular verb, and you can see it is also shown in the table as well. Table is easy to understand, so I am just trying to present it. If the same indefiniteness instead of quantity suppose comes in number, like 1/3 of some number, 3/4 of some plural number, 10% of some plural number, and 20% of some plural number, like plural countable noun. Since they are plural in number, they are always plural, hence plural verb will be used. It is nothing, it is just indefinite numbers, and this is indefinite quantity. Coming on to this, most of, some of, half of, enough of, again it is uncountable or indefinite quantity, because noun is uncountable, so singular verb will be used. And here, since we are talking about indefinite numbers, then plural number will be in use. Guys, here 7, 8, 9 and 10 are the very important point that you should at least understand. The percentage of always comes with a singular verb, no matter whether your noun is uncountable or noun is plural countable. If the subject is the percentage, it always receive a singular verb, no matter whether the noun with the percent is singular, uncountable or plural countable. More than one always receive a singular verb and always comes with singular countable noun. More than 2, more than 3 always receive a plural verb, and at the end more always receive a plural verb. These are the very basic ideologies that I would like to suggest to you. Now I will be starting my practice session, and I will be explaining each and every aspect of subject verb agreement. And I would definitely say that if you attend this such session, you will see a difference in your attitude towards solving the question, especially when it belongs to grammar. That is the main purpose behind conducting this session, to give you a very crystal clear logic of solving grammar questions without giving you, any abruptcy. Okay, so guys, let us start the session with the very first question. The first question is, every man and every woman of the village have come out to see his strange child, who claims to know everything about his prenatal existence. Guys, it is your question. Solve it and let me know the correct answer. What according to you should be the correct answer of the question is required. If you want to make an attempt on this kind of question, guys, please try to understand. Here we have of, and before of you are writing every man and woman. I mean, you are using every with man and woman. So to make you understand about this particular structure, I would like to tell you that whenever you use each or every, I repeat, each or every in any way, suppose you are writing each and every like every boy, okay, or you use every student, anything, means if you use each or every in any way, always a singular verb comes after it, or you may say always a singular verb agrees to this. So every man and woman, okay, every man and woman, every man and woman always receive a singular verb, hence this have is wrong, it should be has instead of have. Okay Robin, thank you so much. S Tara, thank you so much. आप दोनों के आंसर बिल्कुल करेक्ट हैं. I appreciate your effort that you are making. Let us move forward towards the if I say explanation or concept. If you have every, then you have noun of noun. I mean, what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that if you have every, then you have noun, then you have preposition, then you have noun. What do? Basically, you agree this kind of situation with a singular verb, hence in place of have, we will use has. In place of have, we will use has. Why? Because singular verb has to be in use. Guys, moving forward towards the next question, I hope that this concept is now clear to you everyone. Estara, Robin, thank you. One of the developing or underdeveloped countries are not in favor of the launching chemical warfare because it trembles. Imagine its I guess repercussions. आप मुझे बताएं, what according to you will be the correct answer? Coming on to the question, guys, coming on to the question. If you look at the question, you will realize that the question says one of plus plural noun. How plural noun? The plural noun is countries. One of the plural noun always agrees with a singular verb, but you can see a plural verb is in use, which is wrong. Instead of are, it should be is as the correct verb. Hence we will be writing is not in favor, because one of the countries is not in favor. There are not many countries which are against. One of the countries is not in favor. Hence correct answer will be, in place of are, it should be is. Again, one of plus noun countable plural agrees with a singular verb because it is noun, preposition, noun. Verb agrees according to the first noun or pronoun. First noun or pronoun, one is singular. Hence singular verb will be in use. Coming on to the next question, guys, I do not want to spoil your time. I want to utilize every bit of the class and session so that whenever a student comes, he should feel that, yeah, it was a complete, utilized of energy, hours, time, efforts. Making gossip, I prefer it very less, because I have come here to give you the logics, not gossips. Okay, so guys, this is how we can see that have either of the two candidates been selected for the post of branch manager in the Punjab National Bank. If you look at the punctuation mark, you will realize that here we have an interrogative sign and our helping verb has been placed before the subject. Have is the helping verb and is placed before the verb, as you can see. And now it is time to answer the question. Guys, instead of answering this question directly, I would like to remind you one law, one rule, what a book suggests. It is not like making statements and trying to talk, but It is one thing very important that I have found, that when it comes to go by book, the way book suggests, the way grammar rule suggests, obviously rule has not been made by grammarians. Rule has been made by, I guess, teachers and writers in order to simplify their method of teaching. Guys, I have seen that in the rule book of, subject verb agreement, it has been said for either and or that when two nouns, two pronouns are joined by either or, neither nor, or, and nor nor. What I mean? When two nouns, likewise noun 1, then we have noun 2, and you are joining these very nouns with either or, neither nor, and two nouns with or, nor nor. Then verb agrees according to the second noun, I mean the last noun. Verb agrees according to the last noun. Is being said means, suppose if you have the example of for example, my father or I, then you say verb agrees according to I because it is the second noun. In book you will find sometime verb agrees the first noun, sometime verb agrees the second noun, and that is a blunder. Why? Because if you will follow this rule that verb agrees the second noun, obviously you will try to make a, I should say, agreement between the second noun. For example, have either of the two candidates been selected? Obviously, as we are talking about either of, the verb agrees singular in form. The verb agrees singular in form. So the two candidate, not has, it should be has, because either of always agree with the singular verb. So instead of have, it should be has. Hence, correct answer will be in the part A. Have is wrong, it should be has, because we are talking about either of the two or more than two. Okay, thank you guys. Next question is this, right on the screen: whether she went and where she went and where she left her purse are not known to us, so it is of no use being worried about her. Now tell me which according to you is the correct answer. Okay, so guys, obviously if you look at the question you will realize that where she went is the clause 1 and where she left her purse is the clause 2, and two things have been added with conjunction n, which is plural, so this R is absolutely fine. We will answer no error in the question. There is no any error given in this question. Okay, thank you so much guys. I expect and hope that you have understood this question well. Coming on to the next question, which is right on the screen: if any proof was needed to show that the United Nations have lately become a policy tool in the hands of the USA, and that the world's soul might has a subservient international body, it was provided by President Bush. Angry comment. Now identify the errors. It is a long question, I mean a long sentence, so please do it carefully. Guys, if you attempt this question, I guess the way should be, here we are talking about any proof which is singular, so this was is fine. Let's move ahead. that the United Nations is a proper noun. If you are wondering, sir, it is plural, kindly look at the first letter of your United and first letter of Nations. Here United, U is capital, means it is a proper noun. Okay, and Nations again is plural, means that it is also a part of proper noun. So United Nations are not multiple nations. United Nations is a group of nations, and the name of the group of nations is United Nations. So the United Nations is a group of nations which are united, and you can also see that here capital N, capital U suggest a proper noun. Proper noun which always be singular will receive a singular verb. Here in place of have, we should write has. And if you will ask me the reason why we should write has, I have many reasons to tell you. The first reason is United Nations is not a common noun here. The United Nations is a proper noun here. Since it is a proper noun and proper noun is always considered singular, a singular verb has to be in use. This is the first way. The second way of the same question is the United Nations is a name of the group of nations. Since it is a group, hence is singular and will be agree with a singular verb there. Thank you so much everyone for answering the question. Hope you understood all the sentences. And again, obviously, as you can see here, we are talking about the United Nations. That is how verb will be singular. Coming on to the next. Now the question is either you or he are happy. As I told you a moment earlier that with either or, verb agrees in diplomacy. Why? Because book suggests that verb agrees with the second noun, which is he. Here it is satisfied because he means singular, verb will be is. But to say that the second noun agrees the verb is wrong. Actually here we have the option or alternative conjunction. So verb agrees with the nearest noun that it has. In this situation, nearest noun is he, so the verb agrees with he and the answer is, no problem with it. But if you are setting a concept in your mind as that verb always agrees with this second noun, then you are making it wrong. Why? Suppose I manipulate the question and if I say that are, or you may say yes, are either you or he happy, and since helping verb is in the beginning, instead of full stop I will be using this interrogative sign. The statement is same. Here we have you or he, conjunction or suggest you agree with the second noun, which is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because again here we have either you or he, but the position of verb is not after he because it is an interrogative sentence. The position of verb is in the beginning. Since the verb in the beginning finds you nearest than he, I repeat, since the verb in the beginning finds you nearest than he in the sentence, hence agrees with you as we have alternative. So now this verb will agree who, this verb are agree you, and this sentence is right. But here the verb agrees with he. Why so? Because alternative means the verb has the choice to choose its subject, and if you have any choice you always choose the nearest option. In the assertive sentence the nearest option is he, but in the interrogative question you have nearest option as you. So here the concept varies. Okay, Thank you so much, guys. I hope that both the two scenarios are now clear. Moving further on to the next question, which is right on the screen. Do it and let me know the answer in the chat box. Guys, I expect and hope that every one of you find the lecture well, and if you are facing any problem and doubt, you can ask your doubts and you can let me know. Even you should follow the Telegram channel of Online Benchers, because there you will find all the videos, PDFs as well. Okay, and I'm also there. You can also connect to me in the Telegram channel of the Online Benchers. Okay, guys, it says that the prerequisites of this job makes even more attractive than the salary indicated. If you look at the question, I believe it will be more comfortable for you. Why? Because here the sentence subject is prerequisites and this es makes it plural, hence a plural verb will be in use. This s is wrong. The correct answer will be the prerequisites to this job make it, not makes it. Make it. Why? If your subject is plural, your verb should be plural. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next question. The next question is right on the screen. But before that, I believe that you can have the question. Many a man attended the meeting last night and no error. What do you think is the answer of the question? Reply me in the chat box. Guys, as you can see that the question is very simple. Question says many a man, and to give you a very clear idea, I would let you know about this. Use of many, I repeat, use of many can be seen in two different ways. With many, you can also use a or an. With many, you can avoid use a or any. Both are correct. Here we are using, here we are not using. When you do not use a or an, your noun or pronoun will be plural. If you are not using a or an, your noun or pronoun will be plural, and a plural verb will agree with this. But if you will use a or an, your noun will be singular and a singular verb will agree. And many can be used in both this way. There is no difference or adversation. There is no contrast. Many can come with a or an and singular noun. Similarly, many can also come without a or an with a plural noun. If you will look at here in the question given, you can see that the question has many, then article a, but with a plural noun. Then the choice is to either you can remove this a. I repeat, why I am doing so? Because here verb is in past. So no subject verb agreement relation will be affected. When it comes to correct the question, you can correct this question by two ways. The first is that you eliminate this a and say many men attended the meeting last night. And since the verb is in past, so there is no effect on the verb. Or you may say many a man, I repeat, many a man attended the meeting. Both are absolutely fine, correct and agreeable. I expect and hope that you understood this very well. Okay, moving on to the next, whether she should get married or whether she should remain single are her problem. Obviously, you can see that we have conjunction or, and here we have verb are. Here we have verb are. So the verb agrees the nearest option, which is whether she should remain single, as it is a clause. याद रखिएगा, always remember, clause given in a sentence is considered, clause given in the sentence is considered always singular. So R is wrong, it should be is. When you have a subject as a clause, or when you have clause as a subject, verb for the clause will be singular, hence in place of is, in place of R we should write is. Why? Because our subject is not a noun but a clause. Thank you. There appears a number of problems. You can see that a number of problem is indefinite numbers. So verb will be plural, hence appears is wrong, it should be appear. Hence option A will be the right answer. Guys, I expect and hope that you have understood this well. I have already told you this many a time. When you have indefinite number, then your verb will be plural. A number of indicates indefinite number, hence your verb will be plural. And this is how you can solve your question, that a number of means indefinite number, so verb should be plural, hence our verb is given as singular, so remove s and make the verb plural. Guys, I expect and hope that you are fully with me, have understood this very well. Coming on to the next question. 2 miles beyond that building was seen dozens of antisocial elements. Do it fast and let me know the correct answer. Please guys, do it fast and let me know the correct answer. Guys, if you look at the question, you will realize that it says that 2 miles beyond that building. Obviously, this is adverbs. This is nothing but adverbs. Why? Because you can replace it. Because you can also replace it with there. There was seen dozens of antisocial animals. As you can use there, which is an adverb, so it means that this clause is nothing but indicating place where dozens of antisocial elements are seen. So it is a place indicating clause, I mean it is a adverbial clause acting as an adverb. You all know that when an adverb or adverbial phrase or adverbial clause comes in the beginning, our verb changes its position. Instead of coming after the subject, it comes before the subject. That means the subject is not before the subject but after the, the subject is not before the verb but after the verb. Hence dozens of antisocial elements is the subject. Dozens of antisocial elements is the subject and is a plural subject, so verb will be plural. Instead of was, it should be were. To solve this question, you can solve it with your I guess the concept of indefinite number as well. How? Guys, if you look at this indefinite numbers, then you will find that it says that 2 miles beyond that pasture or building was seen dozens of antisocial elements. Likewise, plenty of, most of, half of, dozen of. You can write and indicate indefinite numbers. Which verb agrees? Plural verb agrees. Hence, you can use in place of was, it should be were, because indefinite number agrees with a plural verb here. Coming on to next. Many a boy have not done their homework. Obviously, many a boy not have, it should be many a boy is absolutely right. So have is wrong, it should be has, as told in the class. Okay. Okay guys, okay, moving further, let us utilize our every second. A computer virus works exactly like biological variety which invade human body. Okay, so this is how you can see a computer virus works exactly like biological variety. Variety is what? Singular. Variety is what? Singular. What the relative pronoun which is doing? Which is relating to the variety. Hence our subject which is singular. Hence the verb will be singular. Instead of evade, it should be evades. So error lies here in the, I guess, C part. So invades will be the correct answer for this. Guys, I expect and hope that you understood this question very well, and this is how I would like to say that aap sabhi ko it is very important to come regularly in the class. I make my best effort. I try to give you a certain kind of concept in grammar that is far different from rules and is conceptual, is a deductive, is cognitive, where intense mental involvement is required. So guys, with this I would say that I hope and expect that you understood this video well. If you found that the teacher truly give his best and works harder, and if you want to praise and give a support, kindly do like and share this video among your community, whether you are on telegrams or on social media. Likewise, you can make it a status in WhatsApp, or you can send it to I guess Facebook and Instagram. It depends upon you that how you are gonna support your mentor. I just wish to have a lot of audience so that I can feel motivated, and I would request every one of you to support. Robin, you have been so kind and supportive till yet. Amit, you as well, thank you so much. I hope that you find the lecture well. Have a great and fantastic academic journey. Do well in the examination. Work harder, work smartly. This is Online Benchers by Exampur, and I am Nitin Mishra, and I will see you all in the next class. Thank you so much guys. Jai Hind, take care.